Hello, 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 and welcome to my channel. My name is Peaches. So let's get into it, okay? So let's talk about that number one fear that anybody that's in the GLP-1 community who has lost a significant amount of weight, who hasn't met their goal weight, or who want to start a GLP-1. And that is the fear of losing your insurance. So I want to talk about for 7 months, I was without my medication, which my medication at the time was Mounjaro, and I did lose 80 pounds. Yes, I lost 80 pounds. However, June of last year until February of this year, I was without that medication. And when the insurance company told me that they was going to cut me off, y'all, I was devastated, to be honest, because I did not get to my goal weight. My highest known weight that I know of was 254 pounds. I did start Mounjaro at 229 pounds, and I lost 80 pounds up to June of last year, right? So in losing that 80 pounds, and then the insurance company told me that they was going to cut me off, I was devastated because I came so far and couldn't get to my goal weight. I just wanted to get to my goal weight in the hopes that I can get this weight under control, right? So now I'm at in this 7 month hiatus. And I tell you guys, I gained 16 pounds. Now, just to backtrack a little bit, when I was on Mounjaro for almost 2 years and I lost 80 pounds, I did not work out like I should. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to be transparent with you here. I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, I did all I can do, and now, woe is me. I did not work out like I should. So I do want you guys to know I do have a workout video, so make sure you check that out. And I will post that or attach that here as well. But anyway, so I started working out because I knew the medication was coming to the end. When the insurance company let me know after a year that my medication was going to come to an end, I started spreading out my shots a little bit in the hopes that something would happen in my finances so that I can continue the medication for myself. It didn't pan out that way. So I had to come off the medication after my little stockpile ran out, right? So in that 7 months time, again, like I said, I made up my mind. Well, let me see if I start working out. Maybe I can keep this 80 pounds off and hopefully get to my goal weight that I originally wanted to get to before my Jara, um, before the insurance company started denying me coverage. However, I gained 16 pounds. I would want to be honest and transparent with you guys about this as well. I do know some of that 16 pounds was muscle gain. However, not all 16 pounds was muscle gain. My inflammation started creeping back in. I can tell. How I can tell? Because my joints and stuff was not as fluent as it was when I was on my gyro. You can just tell. This medication is really a great benefit in so many areas. My blood pressure went down. My cholesterol went down. My BMI went down. But guess what? In that 7 month period, all that stuff started creeping back in, right? And I was like, oh my God, I'm starting to gain weight. I'm starting to pick this weight back up. And I mean, I was picking it up like 4 pounds in a month, 2 pounds a week. So I went back to my doctor. I said, we got to go back to this insurance company and see if they would approve me for my gyro, because I do not want this weight to keep creeping back on me where I cannot get it back off, or I'm gonna have a hard time getting it back off like I did when I first started my gyro, right? The insurance company denied me again. So at this time, Zepbound was not available for weight loss because it wasn't available for weight loss when I started my gyro. So at this time, Zepbound was available for weight loss. So I asked my doctor to go back to the insurance company with the prescription for Zepbound. They denied me again for that medication. So what I want to tell you guys is that I began to pray. I said, God, this medication was such a great benefit, not just for my outward appearance, where I can get in smaller clothes, where I look better. I felt better. The test and the lab results and tests show that my numbers were improved on Mounjaro. When I got off the medication, those numbers started creeping back up, right? So I knew that this may be a long-term tool for me. And it's just a tool. It's not doing all the work because I still got to work out, right? We still got to eat right. And I want to encourage you, those who are on this medication and it's working for you. So let me just say this. For those of you who are on this medication and it's working for you, just remember this medication is a tool. It is not meant to do all the work for you. It's supposed to help you now to figure out a better way of eating, controlling your appetite, help you if you're feeling better, help you to get, if you're feeling better, help you to get out there and start moving more than you would when you was at your heaviest. So don't let a GLP-1 of any type be the sole tool of your health journey. So make sure you're moving, right? And I got a fitness video, guys. I got a fitness video, and please check that out. And not just working out, but controlling your appetite. Because a lot of people say, "Oh, I can't eat like I used to can eat now that I'm on GLP-1." That is good because it's helping you now to start thinking different about food. So let's start thinking different about food. Okay, so I said that to say all this. You never know when your insurance is going to cut off on you. You never know when the doctor said, listen, we want you to get off this medication for a while because it for whatever XXX reason, health reason, right? But I want to tell you, if you start working in the mindset now while you're on the medication, if something like that does occur, you'll have better control. Even if the weight start, coming back on some, it won't all come back on at one time because you formed good habits. Like I started working out to try to keep it, because listen, 16 pounds in 7 months, some people said that's normal. They was like, that's not that much. But for me, that was a lot because I knew where it was going. So I just did not want that, my weight to creep back on like that. So even when I was working out, you all, I started realizing that God is so good because he allowed the insurance company to deny me coverage because I wasn't working out on Mounjaro, right? And he was constantly telling me that that Mounjaro shouldn't be my only tool. But because I was losing weight so good, I'll be honest, I don't know, could be, I just didn't feel the need to work out, not realizing I was losing muscle too, right? So that was one of the benefits and the blessings in the insurance company denying me coverage, because now I started a workout routine again that I had before life started life, and I started gaining all that weight. Now I have a workout routine from July of last year to now. That is almost a year, and now I'm back in the habit of working out. Like they say in Sister Act, back in the habit. The Sister Act too. Now I'm back in the habit of working out. I feel indifferent now if I don't get up and move or do something at least 3 to 4 times a week. If I'm, so I'm just saying, there's a blessing in even the difficult times, even when things are chaotic or they just, and when, like I said, it devastated me that I couldn't get to my goal weight and they cut me off. But I didn't see the blessing in it at first. It was only when I started working out that I realized, girl, you weren't working out before. You wasn't working out when you was on Mounjaro. You was letting Mounjaro do all the work. And that medication is never intended to do that. So listen, guys, what we're going to do here on this channel, drop your comments. I always like to say, let's be a community. So what I want you to do, I want you to tell me what GLP-1 you're on. If you're on a GLP-1, if you're not, you're desiring to be on one, please don't feel like you can't comment. Tell us your story in the comments. But if you're on a GLP-1, I want you to tell me your start weight. First of all, the GLP-1 you're on, your start weight, your current weight, your goal weight, and what is your age. And just put that in the comments, because I want us to be able to communicate with each other and encourage each other. So don't forget to drop that down in there, and I will make sure I start with mine, okay, in the comment. Listen, guys, what we're going to do here on this channel, we're going to continue to encourage each other, motivate each other. But what we also going to do, we're going to learn to mind the business that pays us by staying in our lane, because it's essential, yes, for our health, but it is also crucial for our peace of mind. Listen, you guys have a great day, and you be blessed.